It's written that Messiah went to the cross for the joy set before him. Even he saw beyond the cross, he saw the joy of you getting saved. So how do you live righteously? Defeat the enemy? Look beyond. Look at the end of things. Example, you're being tempted. Don't just look at that temptation. Look beyond it. Look right beyond it. How are you going to feel a minute after you give into it? How are you going to feel the next morning? How are you going to feel the next day? You're going to feel rotten if you have the Spirit of God in you. And and so look for what, and yet if you resist that temptation, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel great at the end of it. Because if you gave into it, you lost your peace, you lost your joy, you lost your unity in God, you lost moving on to the next step of victory. You don't want that. Look beyond that moment. Look beyond the evil and look beyond where you're at. Like say God says, take up your cross, but look beyond because it's going to lead you to joy. The ways of God, short term, you may be sacrificing something, but the long term is joy, joy, joy. Look at Nero, he life of sin, and he ended up, it might have had some pleasure, but at the end it was destruction. Committed suicide. Look at Paul. He had a lot of things he had to go through, went through jail, went through getting stoning, and went through all sorts of things, rejection. End of his life, it has joy. I fought the good fight. I've run the race. There's a crown waiting for me. That's the way to end. Look beyond to the end of that thing. Because evil is cold-blooded. Look beyond to the end. Look beyond. You're being tempted. Look beyond. Look at what it's going to do to your marriage. Look at what it's going to do to your family. Look at the grief. Look at what it's going to do to your walk, to your reputation, your ministry, everything by giving into that. And see all that pain, feel it, see it, and say, okay, I don't want any part of that. It's like fire. I don't want it. It may be hard to resist the pleasure at the moment, but look at the long term. It's not hard to resist destruction. Look at it. See sin for what it is. It's a ripoff. One indulgence can cost you all that. It's not worth it. It's always a ripoff. The enemy's never blessing you. He's always ripping you off. So whatever you get out of it, it's nothing compared to what's taken from you. People hang out in bars looking for short-term fulfillment. It ends up bringing them destruction. The enemy tempts. He doesn't show you where it's leading. The long run, that person you're tempted with is going to be an old lady, an old man. I mean, even that's passing away, and you're going to have just destruction with you. And you'll regret it all. The end of it, look to the long term. Look till you cheat on something, you might get away with it, but the end, you never get away. The long term affects your integrity. You want to lose your integrity? You want to lose your peace, your wholeness, you want to lose. Yep, the shortcuts are not shortcuts with the enemy. They're long. They're the way around nothing. All temptation is cold-blooded. Look to the long term.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Hope of the World is dedicated to the goal of spreading God's Word and salvation to every land and people. We do this by spreading the Word throughout the world and sponsoring compassion projects to the most poor and needy around the earth. To get in touch or have a part in God's work, just write to Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Or go to hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821.